JJ. Who's that? That can't be JJ. If that's JJ, I will eat this laser. Well, if it's not, it's all good. I'll let you all get ready. I have fully charged. I'll show you in a bit. We'll let them drop in. Let me roll a zigzag. I am so tired. I've had an awesome, excellent, incredible, energizing day with Mama, Juju, and 12 hours with me is enough. 12 hours, me and Mum bouncing off each other. It's JJ. Easy, bosh. The weapon is ready, fully charged. Let me roll a zigzag. Just saying, I'm very tired because I was up at 7:30. I had 5 hours kit. Let's set the scene. And then I had some brekkie. I made a fresh percolated Indi go-go coffee. And I was on the road in the 25 degree sun at what time? About 8:30, 9. I got to Mum's about yeah, just shortly after, 15-minute walk, and then we was at Master Hari for about dinner time, 12 o'clock. We left at 9:30, so a good 9 hours, 9 and a bit, 10 hours with my mum and me. And you're probably picking up my mum's vibe and character, personality. She's quite loving, and I've just posted on Facebook and the .com and asked you to share that post to the terrorist group known as UK Laws and Secrets. I've just found a description that my mum said my sister found when she was here of Jeremita. So please check that on the .com and Facebook. I will come back and read it you when we're not doing Laser Quest on Greek Sea that we're going to be doing shortly. So my sister found this translation of Jeremita, of which I've just shared. I am so blown away. If you know me, scribes, I invite you, if you're on the .com or the book of Fed book, after this cast, please, you know, maybe you could go now while you're waiting. I've just done an incredible post, and I'm going to thank Gary Davis again, and my sister, my sis star, because she is a true star. And yeah, it's very accurate. It's very accurate, and you know me, so there's no need for me to tell you. Everything that I am is in that post. And yeah, I stand by the word terrorist. When man abuses rights, doesn't recognise rights, you know, causes harm, injury, or loss, defamation of character, common law assault, slander, you know, that's how it's going. So I know it's a bit of a negative note, but it's relevant, it's real life, it's happening, and I've just found something. I might try and get you the .com, or I'll be back tomorrow. It's Sunday tomorrow. We'll do it tomorrow. If you can't find it, watch out for a live cast about dinner time, early PM, and I'll read out, and then I'll share. I'll put in the description a link to the .com. But it's very, very interesting, and nearly made me cry a little bit. It was if somebody that one of you has written it. That's how concise and not word for word, but it's excellent. And yeah, I've just had a moment. More hairs. My hairs have stood up on these arms and necks this holiday approximately 50 times, and that's mostly within the last 4 days. So there's a lot of spirit about. There's a lot of energy. There's a lot of goodness. I'm having affirmations. It's not just doom and gloom. I like to hide away sometimes and have a think and be in a room on your own for 11 days and you know, go see your mum and visit and have time to yourself. I'm doing writing, I'm doing reading, I'm doing casting, and you know, it says that in that description. I was like, wow, it's as if one of my scribes or family members has written this. So I'm not trying to wind you up, you can wait till tomorrow, you know, but very, very interesting. That shaman yesterday, I want to see him before I go. Fran, I think it's called. I bet he's got some residual indigo energy going around him if he depth into my innerness and he had a little in the potentiality, consciousness, etc. Then, wow, yeah, it's been really incredible. I'm very happy. I'm very ecstatic. I'm very calm because I'm tired. My mum and me, we are electric, you know, electromagneto. I am very similar in nature to this fine lady of ours, and She's a wealth of knowledge amongst the carafes of red wine and red wine, all right, Wassy, of red wine and ice. So she mixes it with soda water, sensible in the heat. You know, it's very hot today. I am quite red. Fancy a laugh? Oh, he's not burnt him, son, but yeah, I'll be a nice brown when I come back from Hungary, let me tell you. E-L-L-A. What's that one? Who can guess that? If that's E-L-L-A, Ella, Ella Malaka. Not you, but Ella means come here, come. Not the sexual come, sorry about that, but Ella. And this one, what letter could that be? It looks like a 3, it looks like an M, it looks like a W. It's neither of them, I'll save you the trouble. Ella. Sometimes there's a H there, and it will say H. Oh wow, I need to stop this cast. I'm obviously too tired to speak anymore. It will say Hella. Say H. Shh, gotta be quiet. My voice booms. I forget how booming. I was sat on a bench today with my mum, waiting for the bus. Waiting, idea. And she says, "What's that vibrating?" I went, "I don't know. What do you mean?" Oh, when your mum asks you. Innocently, I was too tired to be thinking anything other than what she was saying, but now back on it, I've just heard it echo. And she had a confused, puzzled look on her face. I went, "I don't know, Mum." And I was on a flow. I was on the ebb and flow. I was downloading, and it was, you know, I don't get time to see my mum in person. And sat there in the sun this morning. I was rattling off some things, random naught, astronaut. We was looking at boats, and I said, "You know, zero in the decimalisation of what Grandma told me about money. The pound used to have 208 pence in it, and overnight, guess what the divided pagan club of Rome decided to do? They decided to adjust the decimalisation of the pound." Youth out there, you'll have to go and check this out in the history books. Older scribes and shaman and famalan out there, you will remember this well. Well, actually, no, you won't. No, actually, my good Lord, you may remember it from a story from your grandma, well, like I do, and showing me threepenny bits, sixpences and everything. So I was telling my mum about naught, astronaut, psychonaut, naughty, nautical, zero, infinity loop, number 8. And then as I was doing all of that, she says, "What's that vibrating?" "It's doing it again." And I checked my phone, it was off. I thought, well, it's nothing here, Mum. And I says, "Oh, it might be my voice." And she was picking up on how sensitive she is. She's really sensitive lady, and she's been battered black and blue by several boyfriends in the 80s. I'm allowed to say that because she did a miscarriage of justice at university, and she told all the graduates there, you know, what kind of an experience she's had, which is why there's law prevalent in our family, because she decided to go and make a stand for other cis stars out there, stars of the sisses. SIS star, ISIS star, it could be an ISIS star, cis star. You ever looked at that word? SIS star, the stars, the omega stars of our family. It would be the omega, we have the alpha, you have the omega, but cis stars, the women, they're very sensitive, the men aren't. You know, and that's why we love you women, that's why we need you, and that's why you're essential to the balance. I've rolled my fag. What we're looking at, right, business. Why are we here, Dave? Not to talk about your family, we're talking tech. This is looking like a hefty weapon. Look at that, the serratedness on that. You know, it's not sharp at all, doesn't cut. I know it's not gonna, but it is heavy. It weighs about half a kilo. It's some kind of monkey metal. Okay, that's the laser end. Oh, brother Michael's in the house because he introduced me to this model. He come to the Sovereign Annual Conference, micro switch on and off. I kill mosquitoes because they will take my blood without asking and without my consent. I don't kill any sentient animal, but I have got 120 mosquito death blotches on the wall because I've been playing mosquito games. They are nasty when they bite you, and I don't normally get them, but it's the only animal that I will insect. I think when the Lord, He'd made everything. He'd made the animal kingdom, He'd made the kingdom of man, and He's made the kingdom of animals. Sorry to digress again, but I'm tired, let me flow. Hello to the 14. He then went, I've got a bit of stuff left over here. This is taken from a comedian. I've seen this some years ago, but I can't remember which one. So if this rings a bell, it's where I'm getting it from. And God went, well, a bit of stringy stuff and a bit of this. And I'll tell you what I'll do. So, there we go. I've made that. And that's what that was the mosquito, and he just blessed us with that. And I'm like, good Lord, you don't get my consent to suck my blood and put your dirty little needle into me. So I don't put needles into myself. So I was squashed them. It's about consent. You don't take man's blood without consent, do we, fam? So if ever you find yourself going, oh, I've killed too many mosquitoes, think about that. And thank you to that comedian for, that was at least 15-year-old joke, that was. It might have been Frankie Boyle or something like that, if I remember. Back to the laser. This was first shown to me at the annual conference. It wasn't my fault a mosquito went past and was coming into me to bite me, distract me. And when he pressed this, okay, and I went, what the, turn it off, stop it, stop that. If the man, Thomas, sees that, we're in Oxford, we're next door to a base, you know, a RAFI base, what, hello, we're RAFI, yeah, so we've got all the bombs and everything, yeah, okay, yeah. And I said, so we'll get kicked off, they will come, and they will, you know, kick up a stink. And I says, but when no one's looking, do it again. And we looked for planes and everything, and he pressed it, and I was like, that is impressive. That is proper. That's like this is like a Jedi lightsaber. I'll just give you a quick. The camera doesn't pick it up in the room because, yeah, it's not outside. You won't be able to see it. It's blind, and you haven't got. But trust me, it's a big old laser. And if you put it on your skin, it will burn. It sets lights to matches. I won't tell you the Newton meters and everything because I'm not sure, but I will show you what powers are. How much did I pay? Okay, how much did I pay? I hear what you're saying. It should have been about 80, and it said it was reduced to half price, which was 40. And then I used a code, and 2 codes actually, on Geek, Geek, from that app store, and I got it with shipping for about 32. So I was happy with that. It is a luxury buy. These are your batteries, but they're not batteries, they're all in one. So the cells, you know, capacitors, similar to capacitors, but with the battery connection. And these are 4.2 volts. I won't go through all the specs, but there's 8.4 volts in there. Just go drop them in once they're charged. I won't show you the charger because it's embarrassing, but screw that on and off switch, and you can, I've left the door open a little bit for a draft and it keeps making a noise. You can have a look inside. I'm taking this end off, revealing the laser and parts there. There is a lens in the end of there, that cap, what fits on here, but when you do that, it will widen the beam, such as you can't see, but on the wall now, you see how wide that is. As I twist, simply, see, batter, it's a big old place. If you take the end off, when I take the end off outside, it's like a fountain. You see every little speck, all of them you can see, all that little wideness there of indigo blue laser. You see each one of them coming out, and as you screw it on. Oh, I've lost 10 scribes. I'm back. Come back, baby, come back. Yes, with me colour TV. Me bag SNC. So I'm coming out of here. I'm on 4G. It's a bit sketchy. Let's hope it makes it to the beach. Well done to the 5 hanging on. I bet one of them is RJJ. Right, where do we go? Which is the best way? Straight through. This is the main drag. Not much to see, to be fair. Shh, be quiet. Listen to the crickets. Beach is just down here. It's literally a minute. Okay, okay. Let's hope this works. I've wasted all our time. Beds and table area of the hotel. And just down here, last time I checked, there's a nice church over there. There's a little quaint church that I might be able to film. Let's hope that the Wi-Fi doesn't dip out as I get to the beach. That's where my mum is. Right over there, you see my hand on the screen, that way, over that to the far left is where the cove at the end is where she is. And the Reiki centre. I'll just check, let's do a recce. There's people that live in caravans and motorhomes, and there'll be security for the tables here, so I don't want to go here because they're going to be attracted to this blue beam. There's a bloke over there sorting tables out. Shit. Licenses are required. I'll go this way. We're going back the way we came. That's too much activity over there. Things are different out here, you got to remember. It's not like back at home where you can dart about and you know, I've got nowhere to go except one place. I don't want anybody bothering me. I'm in my private self-governing capacity and I'm not going to harm anyone, but I neither want a conversation or to be harassed. But I did want to do in on that church. That's why we were going that way. So if you come here and you'd like to get married, little island there, I'm not saying you should, I'm just saying it's what people do. And that little blobby thing, because the light's interfering, that on the top, that white bit is the church. I swam out to that, that's where I nearly died coming back with the current, the undercurrent. So if you go out swimming and you think you're 10 men, them undercurrents, yeah, it's not that far away. It looks far at night. There we go. But yeah, it was interesting. When I got back, I was tired. I was so tired I couldn't breathe. I had seawater in my mouth, and seawater makes you dry mouth, and when you can't breathe and you've got seawater mouth and you're totally exhausted to the point of like that, you know, it was quite touch and go. I'll be honest with you, I was a little bit scared towards the end. Nice little seating areas, you can hire these out and get your drinks in. And trouble with my zoom, sorry, I'll do this as quick as I can, I'm not delaying it on purpose. Man on scene, man on scene. Too much light here, jeez Louise, what we got? Star of St David on a pole. That's because the guard in this area. It's not, that's full, doesn't look like it, but there you go. Here we go, this is a good part, this is a good part. We're getting there. The moon, I noticed the moon's got a friend just underneath him, but the night lights not going to pick that up. It's right underneath him, it's been there all night. It doesn't look like the moon has moved, incidentally, all night. It has been there, and it's got a little friend at the 6 o'clock position that's a good, I don't know, it looks like, if I was to measure it in distances, yeah, a thumb space, I don't know how to say that, but there's a, not too far from the moon, but a good distance away at the 6 o'clock position. Can you see that? If you can, no, you can't see the moon because I can see it. Doubt you can. Right, this is good. This is good. This way is where I come for a swim. Easy, morning, bro. Come out of nowhere, didn't see you. You all right? Are you good? Okay. Kala, Tikanis, Kala, see? It's alright, just somebody walked past out the dark, literally, not a security guard, nobody hostile, just a man that looks like, well, a youth that looks like he's pissed as a shitbag over there. And I just spoke to him in English and he didn't know what to do or say, so I tried a bit of Greek and he still didn't say out, so there we go. Yeah, he's walking, he's alright, he's going to sit on them beds and go to sleep. Right, see, people out everywhere at all times. We're going to do it. It's time to do it. I've got the balls to do it. Let's just hope you can see it. Let's go for a quick splash. Oh, you can see it. It's on. That was a test. Now let me position you and turn the camera around. And we're on. We're on like Tron. So I'll point it across to, I think, Nissaros, the island Nissaros. Take the cigarette out because that just won't work, sorry. Right, so there's some blinking lights in the distance. Boom, look at that, that's powerful, isn't it? Point it up to the sky. Oh, aye. There's a plane in the sky though, so we'll just avoid that. So I'm self-governing. I'm not going to point it at a plane. You can have lasers. They're not dangerous in the wrong hands if you govern yourself correctly and you recognise that there is aircraft, you know, you point them up. There's a danger that it can interfere with them, so you don't. But you can point them across at that island. Oh, look at that. That's not dangerous. Nobody over there now. It's midnight. Oh, power. Jedi. Power battles. Indigo. Boom. 8.4 volts. If you point that at your skin, it burns it. If you point it at a match head, it lights it. If you point it at toilet paper, it burns it. It comes with heads and different things, so you can make patterns and things on the wall. Let me open it up. Let me unscrew a bit. Here we go. There's a motorbike coming. I've been busted. I'll just hide it. There's about 4 in a row, but here we go. And it widens out, if you can see that. Look at that one. It's on the. It gets less and less when you widen it out. Less and less. What you want is the full type pin beam for maximum velocity and visibility. I'm going to do it again. Let's go for this one over in the distance. Boom. What? There's nothing illegal about this. I'm pointing it at a block rock over the sea. There's no danger. It goes forever, but when you point it up, it does look like it hits the dome. It hits something. It doesn't seem to go for the miles that it says. I'll go the horizon now, yeah? So look, you can, oh, what's that? It goes across. But the camera will not pick this up, but my eyes tell me that laser's ending somewhere in front. So it's not parallax, but it's the light and the way that light works. That's your light. I'm getting out of here because these lot are crazy. If they catch you and are in a bad mood, and you know, self-appointed authoritarians and whatnot, dogs and Greeks, that's enough fun for tonight. They take the piss, but yeah, when you do it, it looks like it fades out. So we need high vision binoculars, night vision. When you use these, if you use it in the day, they come with sunglasses. You put them on because it will burn your retina. You might not be having it directly in your eyes, but they are dangerous. They are a weapon in the wrong hands. They can inflict pain and torture and damage. So they do need to be controlled. They are not just an everyday laser. They are ultra powerful. Tech heads in there you will find on the Geek app, the specifications of the wattage that the laser puts out, the type, the Newton meters per second travelled, etc. This is a beast. There are bigger ones as well than this, you know, so in the wrong hands, anything is a kitchen knife, for the love of, Jesus. Yeah, for the love of Jesus, a kitchen knife, but we don't go and say, right, there's a new law, not an act, not a statute, but there's a new law, and we're going to say that knives can be potentially dangerous, so nobody's allowed to eat with a knife. You can only have spoons and forks. What? But I'm a self-governing man. I know that if I use my knife in a foolhardy way, it will injure somebody, and I won't do that. All right then, so if you do, we're going to come after you and you're going to pay for it. Yes, I agree to that. That's a breach of the trust. Yes, indeed it is. That would be common law. Breach of the trust. We trust you with that knife, and we're going to trust you with it, okay? So there is no trust, not when you need a license. So I'm getting on one, but I am energetic and tired at the same time. It's a dangerous mix for us lot, isn't it? So I'll have a chat. I'll finish this cigarette. Ooh, that sands are hard to walk in trainers and pebbles and that. I realise my lungs are not as healthy as they should be. Not by a long shot. Tobacco. I've seen a video on YouTube about the tobacco scandal or something. Tobacco X, is it? Enough said. I love that picture. Oh, Vic, I've fallen. Oh, I've fallen. He's running too fast. That's what he's done. That's not a fall. That's when dads run too fast. And then you find it yourself is falling over. AD. What are you saying? Luke, Blue Beam, Skywalker, may the Force be. Luke, Blue Beam, Skywalker. Take it you're watching them, brother. I say to you, Calispera, to you all, who's in the house? What comments have we got? No comments available. Hippocrates. Get a few people in there, wouldn't you? Could have a nice meeting in there, couldn't we? Little Chinese here. What, you want to see what's on the menu? What's on the menu today? Traditional Greek appetizers. Where's the comments? I think the cast has crashed somewhat. I can't speak to you. This has never happened before. Give me my comments. Sweet scribes of mine. Bow, bow, bow. Let me see your words of love. Jesus, I need help. I might end the cast and recast because I'm still awake. It's 12 o'clock for you, it's 2 o'clock for me. I'm charged from Mama Juju and my trip to Master Hari. And I've had an excellent break, and I've just found out the meaning of gerometer is on the internet, and I was quite surprised and taken aback by that. Where are we? Maybe if I put it on the front camera the comments will appear. I'll just use my brain. No. 17 scribes in the house. I can't see. What if I press message? Top chat, live chat, super chat, member and super chat messages, none. We'll go live chat. Yeah, you're back. Oh. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. Just having a check. Just having a check. We're all good. There's nobody about. Who we got? Let's say hello to the family and then we'll go to the... Hello, Big Dave. Alright, Big Dave. Buffering. No. The Greek telephone lives. Someone must be on the pawn side. Ah, lines. I'll get you. Stay there. Saturn headering. Still buffering. Got nothing. Alright. I know where we are, refresh, alright, that's before. What's this? Martin, Jerry, Jonesy, Fly, Mad. What else we got then? Let me read your comments as well. Church or old frequency power building. You might get abducted by aliens thinking it's a fellow alien distress, like E.T. Helm, Jonesy, Helm. Yes, point to Greece from England saying Helm. Cymatics, indeed. Dave's back. Black Op Recce. This is nothing like a Black Op Recce, but yeah, we have done a few of them in our time. They are brilliant. We do like them. Oh, Pie Man, you're just taking me aback. Oh, hey. Black Op, private self-governing Recce. Information finding, truth seeker Recce. Well, stay away. I'm not having a go at you, but yeah. We're not black and we're not ops, are we? But yeah, I get your point. This is it's a scientific experiment is what it is. A safe, controlled situation. But out here, anything can happen. Somebody's gone missing, haven't they, in Greece? A lady that was a scientist that knew a lot of information, and she was found in Greece. She was American, and she was about to release something about how cells communicate. Very famous scientist of whom I've forgotten now, in the field of. And she was found missing. She was missing and she was found missing. Oh, I need to sleep. She was found after being reported missing, dead, somewhere around Greece is what I remember. Who wears a dress? What are you lot on about, fam? Deary me, hello to the 19. You've got to be international. You can't all be UK, can you? England, Anglo. Thought it would be buzzing. No noise at all. Instead of chirping. Ah, Steve's in the house. Alright, Steve, I have been working on stuff. It's just taken a while. I'm just taking a break, but I know you're cool, Leo, and I will be in touch maybe tomorrow. I've got some more info for you. Patience is a virtue is helping us perform, contributing to in the coursework, the Educational Guild for Officer Agent Interaction. how to interact and get on with them, how to answer the phone, telephone, private line, things like that, date of birth, surname, good and bad ways. So yes, so I'm very excited about this. Thank you, Steve. Yeah, I seen it. The moon buddy is back. Ah, the moon buddy, is that what you call that little yeah, star? Brilliant. Yeah, could get some organic back aid. Stop, oh, he's going in the text here. Where are you? He's texting me. The crickets are loud, but they are comforting, to be fair. I like the crickets. Yes, fly. Orb, Dave, orb. No, there is no immigration here at the minute now. I think they've got sick of drowning in the CJJ, but yes, if they were coming, I'd have soon scared them with that thing, wouldn't I? Souvlaki is the universal language. Souvlaki. Yeah, Garibaldi, Jeremita and Souvlaki goes down well, that brother. I like that. Blue versus red, use the force. You will get the hippies all going towards you. Yeah, definitely. It makes a lot of light, doesn't it? It goes very far. You saw it on that island, and that's a good distance away. You can't tell with this video if it's hitting the island, the bigger one, Nissaros, and I couldn't tell either. It seems to dissipate. The beam, I think, opens out. I don't think it's a true centralized beam, and I think no matter how tight you turn the end, be careful with my words, but it doesn't matter how tight you focus that end, it doesn't stay a true straight line. I think it's got some open parameters. I don't know how to correctly talk in light, frequency, modulation and resonance. It's not my bag. I've got enough going on. I'll leave that to you. Look for the curvature. I've been looking curvature for a long time. See all the stuff in the atmosphere? You can see smoke on it. It's a beast. Wom 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 wom. Gonna have some Jedi power battles, I tell thee. The sovereign at the general annual meeting. A fork is a weapon in the wrong hands. It is indeed. I stabbed myself once, you know, and a pen. In both ways. Yes, so that's what I mean. It's down to trust, down to our trust, you know. And to be fair, you can't trust everybody. Common sense. The thing with common sense is it isn't all that common. Yes, people are arrested and in prison for pointing lasers at police helicopters. I don't agree. Yeah, they are. That's what I'm saying. There's some crazy corporate policy, but some of it will come into health and safety. If you're going to endanger anybody's lives or technology or equipment, and yeah, that's not on. But if you're just experimenting in a scientific, controlled, safe way, then that's the point with technology and everything. Like we say with the satanic, manufacture of TV. There was a point where there was open source and scientists and, France, Italy, Europe, Belgium, Germany, Poland, Czechoslovakia, all these places that you never hear of anymore. They all had crazy things going off, and scientists, and before Tesla, after Tesla, about the 1950s, after the Second World War, it's like something was done, an agreement was struck, a bit like the Antarctic Treaty. And technology got hidden. It got developed by the government, and the government got private, and it all went shadow and dark and underground. That always bothers me, because what we've learnt about law means that what law applies under the ground, that means, I think, pretty much in my mind, there is no law for the underground realm. And if you take something underground, I dare say what happens to man underground is classified as nobody knows. There is no law. Didn't happen. Did anyone see it? No. Was there any witnesses? No. Does anybody know where they are? No. Well then, do we need to go and tell anyone? No, we don't. So, yeah, science is a bit, it pisses me off in a way, because it was so open, and it was so, even thousands of years ago, we've seen it yourselves. I don't need to tell you how it was and how it is contrived and weaponized first, and then made into a television, mind control, patented, thing there. it's just shitty. That's all we can say. And we're not shitty, the system is. And the system has made us shitty. I saw a sign today, change your world, wait, change the world or your world with your smile, but don't let the world take or change your smile. I just thought, yes mum, have you seen that sign? Empowering. And Ken Plains, yes. We need to learn to drive, but we get no training to have children. That is funny, yeah. You need to learn to drive, but you don't get taught how to handle your money, your finances, your bank transfers, how to write anything out, notice-wise, legal, lawful, anything like that. You just get thrown into the sea because you're classified as abandoned, and you don't care about that. But when you're going into the realm of corporate employment, where you would damage company products, or you would be a liability to the company, you are on the cement that's meant for the mine to be the sea. So while you're out there and you with the corporate, lorries and things, 40 tonners that are up and down the M1 and whatnot, do you think they want madheads going out there unregulated, unlicensed in a commercial public capacity, inflicting carnal damage and God knows what everywhere? No, they need to know that you're insured. So when you mess up, or somebody messes up, or the mechanical failure leads to, everybody's all, what's the word, bonded and securitized, certified, insured, assured. So yeah, good point, brother. But that's because it would affect their world, and it's something that fines, fees and forfeits. Okay, so you was going 60 in a 40 on the motorway, this smart motorway bullshit where they say, oh, everybody slow down, everybody go 50, everybody go 60, oh, you can go national, oh, back to 40, oh, there's workmen in the road, go slow. There's no workmen, they were there last week. You've left the signs out, there's fuck all happening here. You're just wasting my time, my petrol, my diesel, my everything. I'm not invoicing you for this mistake, but I should be, but I'm not gonna, so I just put my foot down because I'm governing myself. I can see it's clear. Then they give you a fine. How does paying that fine make anything safe? How does paying that fine make up for the danger that you allegedly caused by ignoring those mandatory road speed limitation signs on the smart motorway because you was tired, because you didn't see, you got sick of having to check, you thought you'd self-govern. It was 1 o'clock in the morning, and they had road signs out, but there was no lights, there was no workmen. I slowed right down, I had a look. I was on the A38, it said slow down, workmen in the road, so I did. And after a mile, I went, what the? You've left the signs out again, John. This was about 8 p.m, not 1 in the morning, but there were workmen about then. In that case, slow down, check for them, have a look. If there's nobody about, it's a case of they've left the signs out, and it's just crap, isn't it? So, it isn't funny at all. It's what we need to learn to do is to re-reserve our rights, remain in the private. And I hope you've seen some of the posts that I've put about my name and I haven't even attacked Gary of the Davis clan. I said I love him and I said thank you, because the things that he's done. I've pointed out his group's a terrorist group. He makes allegations without substance over the form. So yes. We are in a strong place, let me tell you. I don't know why I started talking about Gary then. There must have been a link there. But that what I've put up and how we are and how we act is pretty prevalent. Meeting good rave, he thinks. Easy. What we got? Easy, John. Wow, there's a lot of you commenting. What else? We got anything else to chat about? Anything you want to say? Stephen, Peter, Gary, Jesus, Peter, the Sea-Ock-Kin clock. I like that. Word of you, just legal right. True that. Enlightened Mang. Wow, that's a good stage screen alter ego. I like that. That doesn't leave anything to the alright, kid. Alright, la. That's Liverpool, innit? I shouldn't try accents, I am shit at them. Clint, what are you on about there with Jerry? Oh my days. What? Easy. You speak. What? Easy. I heard a Greek guy, he escaped about a year ago and loves it here. He escaped. Well, they've got it pretty shitty, to be fair. The tax is at 3%. The government has just got a new Prime Minister in, or they're all celebrating about, but I don't think that's going to be much of a long last celebration, because we know what all these are about. But thanks for that, Pie Man. Blimey, Clint, you jump accounts, don't you? Can you imagine it shining that at them? It has a lens on it, yeah. It's already got a built-in lens on it, and then you get other lenses that would just basically act as a pattern maker. So the lens on it is the adjustable, yeah, you screw it at the ends and it's good that you've seen it. So I don't know how far back I am here, JJ. Don't over tighten your end, it could be painful. That's right, indeed. Indeed. Oh, je ne sais quoi, and in there was something for I don't know what. We are in the greatest technologically advanced system now. We are, I agree, Jesus. It is. There's everything there. We are very clever. We've attained everything technology-wise. That what Rex was saying on the League project was they have this technology. What they're showing you there is entertainment, is what they actually have now to play with. Most of it, 80%, if not 100. $12 million years advanced, these reptiles, so of course for them they can do anything. Just what is here? Yeah, agreed. The reptiles, yes, the archons, the masses of them, Palladians, allegedly what we're left to believe. Men's is in the house, easy brother. MR. What do you make of this? A neighbour got raided for drugs yesterday. They are. Fly on the wall. That's an open question, isn't it? Wow. I can't really comment, but dealing drugs, you see, drug is the definition of a drug. That's important, because a drug will lead to a fatality, an overdose, a mortality, and in the wrong hands, drugs, unrestricted, freely flowing, are dangerous, to be fair. So it could cause harm, injury and loss. And if your daughter went out on I'm sorry that you did ask, if your daughter went out on a weekend and you thought she was going to see Mayanka or somebody, I don't know, I can't think of a single girl's name, and she never come back when she should have come back, and then you started ringing me up saying, "Arden Dave, is our kid with you?" I said, no, she's not been here. I haven't seen her. "Oh, she stayed last night with Yanka." I'll be like, "Oh, she stayed, but she's gone. I've not seen her since she's left. When did she leave?" I'm going to tell her when, and she never made it home. She bumped into somebody she knows, on her own, going back home, and they offered her a cigarette, and she had a cigarette, and one thing led to another, and it was a joint. And later on, she meets that guy, not that day, not that night, but the relationship, friendship, partnership, all of these ships form in that realm. And she gets led astray, and one day she tries something, and God forbid it, I don't, and something happens, we'll leave it at that. You're in the frame, then you'd be angry, you'd be pissed off, you'd be like, who is this man, who is this boy, who is this, whatever, and common law happens to have been broken. Harm, we'll just leave it at harm, we don't need to go worst case scenario. So I know, man to man, you would have two options. You go and report it to the local constabulary and let them deal with him or it, or you would take matters into your own hand, and then you'd go and give him a good effing shoeing when you saw him, which is taking the law into your own hands. But you're quite right to do that. It depends what your belief system is, and what you appear to subscribe to or scribe to, for one, correction. So it is, I'm sorry, but cannabis is a substance. Substances are different. Natural plant compounds can still kill you. Yeah, so as long as you're educated, and not indoctrinated, then you're fine. You've got good mums and dads, and not parents. Then they'll teach you, and they will teach me, like my grandma and my mum have, and my uncles, and your family, and so forth, the tribe members, the clan members, and you'll be all right. You've got a loving, strong family. Drugs shouldn't be a problem. if you haven't got a loving, strong family, and you've got Masonic TV, and you've got these satanistic programs, and you've got sex shoved in your face everywhere, and the Disney clubs having lesbian kisses, and everybody's smoking and trying to look cool in the films and that, and they're mentioning drugs and references, and cannabis is everywhere, and that's just the entry level, is it? Well, I've smoked weed for a long time, I don't mind saying, and I haven't gone on to harder drugs. I've learnt law, smoking cannabis. What? Yes, at my leisure, when I so choose, with control, held down jobs, you know, got assets and stuff to show for it. I'm not a loser. I've done loads more stuff that you don't know about in my time. It's private, but cannabis, you know, it's a plant, a bit like a herb. So to some brains, it will mash it up. It will kettle your swede. It will mash your toot. It's a bit like a fairground ride. Whenever anybody offers you anything, even sugar, you know, to some people with diabetes, sugar is a drug and it will fuck you up. It will kill you, okay? That's a drug. Get given it to a 2-year-old in the supermarket when they stashed them by the front. So when you go down with a trolley and a pushchair, what happens when you load in? Little ones going, I'm taking all these sweets because they're at my level and I want this drug. Sugar is a drug. Yes, it is. And the 2-year-olds get it. 1-year-olds get it. Oh, just give him a Milky Bar button. You know, and that's what the first little bit, that's like the spliff in the drug world. If you want to go drugs like that, you know, had a bit of water, it had some hydrochloride, fluoride in it. You know, that was my first drug, I reckon. Sugar would be second. And as you get to legal age, it's alcohol, tobacco. Yeah, and then you got your medical licensed drugs there. Instead of having a plant like Hippocrates, just here, the restaurant next door, my man, our man Hippocrates, let food be thy medicine, and let medicine be thy food. And if you do that, think about that saying. Yes, simple. So, I love you, Fly, aka real name. I know who you are. We've spoken on the phone. You've bigged me up, and I know you respect me, and I love and respect all of you. So we have to think, you know, when we haven't got that education, we've got that indoctrination, and we haven't got the family support that we should have. We've got food banks and mums and dads on neurotoxin, mind-altering drugs, in depression, being used in the capital system, where once the machine has chewed you up and spat you out, another drone is brought in to replace you. There's no emotion, no thanks, no fuck all. This system here exploits disgustingly plane trips, presidents, paedophiles, murderers. Just we couldn't make it up. YouTube is is a great place, and you know, we have to be careful what we claim. But at this day and age, you can pretty much make any claim and find the evidence. There's that much going on. So yeah, if we had it a different way, if we followed common law, if we followed the 10 Commandments, we've covered this before, then it would be buzzing. We wouldn't need the constabulary and the Met officers and the Crown Prosecution Service and the barristers and the legalese and all of this, because we'd be rocking it, we'd be doing it ourselves, because common law wouldn't be getting breached, and when it did, we'd deal with it, and we'd be rock solid. We'd have systems, we'd have resources, we'd have community spirit, community resources, we'd know what trust and equity was, we'd know what language we spoke, we'd be strong, we'd be like, Sparta, this is Sparta, you know, in that film. I'm sorry, I'm in Greece and I'm hyper now, but you know, it's just your mental state, it's our mental state. We will, if you tolerate this, then your children will be next for the chop. So crimes, this is why we do this, and that description that I've just read about myself, I shit you not, about Jeremita, and it's very, very close to those that know me well. I'm a little bit scared after that shaman and what's happening. There's a lot of scary things happening in my life, and I am kind of a little freak in my way, and I am unique, and I have a unique vision, I have a unique family, I have unique objectification, I have unique thought process and a unique character. But all that said, yes, you do, and you are all. I want you to search your name. What I've invited you to do is search for your surname, family name, clan's name, tribe, whatever you'd like to you know, name it as, and but not name, anything but name. And have a look and get back to me either on that Facebook post or on the .com. And then yeah, this is interesting, very interesting. And yeah, I just thought I'd bring Gary Davis into it, because he's made claims about my character, defamation of character, slander, terrorist, with regards to not respecting rights, making claims that are libelous, They are lies, and they are liable-us, bull-us, unbelievable. You need to get that bull, and you need to unbelieve it. Yes, I'm going on my own journey with language and interpretation, and bulls and Baals and Baals and Bailman and Bailey and Baylor and Beelzebub and Satan, and I don't know what's happening. I really don't, Tube, but we're kicking arse, and it's making sense, and we're having spirit, and there's affirmations, and drugs are good because the plants heal. You know, what we're talking about is man-made synthesized bullshit. Glasgow, Edinburgh, Scotland, Dundee, Rob, Steve McRae, any Klansman out there, I'm ready to come up and make a mark. I'm ready to come up with the farm, get the vans, get the solar panels, batteries, camp out and do some damage to the ones that are damaging us. You know, like going to a fast food restaurant to get food. You don't go there and eat dead animals that are killed. You go there to slowly kill yourself, and they know that, which is why they put poison in the food, because it's convenient. So much like Scotland, nothing to do with fast food chains or any but poisoning and death. These drugs that are on the fecking street, that are street grade temazepam, makes man sick. What's been happening in Scotland? Has any man stood up and done anything? Is any progress being made? Has it still got the highest drug rate in Scotland? That's what we're talking about when we say drug dealers there. I'm going on one now, aren't I? But motherfuckers, that's all I can say. Sorry, but death is death. You know, sin is sin, and common law breach is common law breach. Disrespectfulness of the tidings and the way that we should operate. You can't judge. No man can judge. We're all equal. We're all the same. You are the same as me. I am you and you are I. So that's my issue on drug dealing. I think I've covered that. Make your own assumption and opinion, but I think you might be inclined to agree there. Well, it's all very well and good, but when somebody loses a loved one, then shit hits the fan, yeah? And that's what drugs do. They ruin lives, much like the alcohol. Number one drugs: nicotine, tobacco and sugar. Okay, so when we talk drugs, yeah, we're all on drugs. We all take drugs, and it comes high time where you got to be proud and stand up. I've learnt law smoking bud, and big deal. Look at me. You think I can't help drink? I drink alcohol. I drink raki, and that's made from rice by all accounts, and damsons and plums, stuff like that. But when they're not about, it's just pure rice, sugar, yeast, and it's rocket fuel. I did some crazy shit that I'm not proud of. Nobody got harmed. Don't be thinking that. But when I look back, wow, what a laugh. What a laugh. If I hadn't have had alcohol, none of that would have happened. None of it. I wouldn't have had 1, the balls, 2, the bravado, 3, you know, I can't think until you get the point. Listen to my engine at 3 in the morning. The alcohol is a bad. What does alcohol do at the weekend? How much damage how much liabilities does it render, and how much damages are governed and covered by the crowns and the prosecution and the alcohol and the intervention and the police and the injunctions and the arrests and the forced adoptions and the everything that goes off? It's just disgusting. Alcoholics, oh, it's wine o'clock. Oh, we say it like it's nothing. You know, drug addicts there, right there. Cis stars, I'm not having a go. And men that like wine. I used to be a wine brewer myself, so there's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, it's a drug, all right, and it ruins lives, and it wrecks families, and it breaks families, and it renders dads isolated, ostracized, alienated from their blood. And this legal papal bullshit that we need to unbelieve that bullshit is how it goes. And we are in that drunken lower vibratory state. We can't even answer for our name because we've been drinking cider for 2 years and we've lost control. Our brain is pickled. We don't know who we are. Do you honestly think you've got any kind of position in their bullshit legal realm with that stupid language and non-disclosure and deception? When you're in that state, you ain't got a chance. That's how they want you. That's how they want it. Have a drink, everybody. It's in the shop. It's on every corner. You can get it just like that. In America, you can get guns and alcohol. Holy shit. Is this the right world? Yes, it's the right world, but it's the wrong way. Oh, I take a breath, I tell you, I take a breath. 21, I've increased in scribes at this wee hour. Thank you. Hello. 5 thumbs up. Questions and comments are dangerous at this time to me. I will advise you. Anarchy, yes, Peter. But these arcs, right, archons and monarchy, it's not all bad again, not as I see it, not like the same as the snake, serpent rising, kundalini, all snakes are bad. So yeah, anarchy in that way, I know what you mean, yes, no victim, no crime, yeah, but what about a potential victim? Are you, yeah, no, yeah. What about those that are out there that are able to inflict crime because of the substances that they've got, like when the cocaine, by the way, everybody, that's another one that's just pinged in. Cocaine's at its ultimate purest that it's ever been, okay? The ultimate highest strength, purest cocaine is now out on the streets, allegedly. I've never tried this shit, but, well, I have when I was DJing, but I thought it was shit, so I didn't bother anymore. Well, that's expensive waste of time, isn't it? What the hell are you doing with that Nicky Lauder shite? So, that's that. And I just thought, you could take some of that on your first time and you could die. You could have an adverse reaction. So somebody out there that's got pockets full of cocaine ready to sell at ultra high street grade strength, have somebody having it the first time after a few drinks, could die. So yeah, no victim, no crime. But if they weren't there outside that school with that pocket full of cocaine, trying to shop that shit to make that money, you know, and acting like big and influencing, you know, when they do this, they actually groom and they actually do it in nasty ways. Not everybody's as honourable as what we think there when it comes to, if ever, you know, I can't speak on tube about this, I've got to be so careful, but there is no victim, there is no crime. But if you're out there and you are peddling shit and you are manipulating and you are preying on, then they are victims, all right, and they're victims of that prey. And you shouldn't, you know, if they come to you, then you'd argue, yeah, they've come to me, I didn't know them, they were introduced to me, hypothetically, and I've supplied what they asked for. It is a controlled illegal drug in the United Kingdom, under God and the realm of man. It is just a plant, and basically it's a process plant by man that then renders it into, through alchemic changes, to substance of molecular structure that will fuck you up if you sniff it. Okay, I can't believe I've just said that. Wow, I surprised myself. And yeah, then your daughter goes and sniffs that and has a fucking adverse reaction and goes in hospital. Then that man is he's picked that victim by preying on her. So again, it's dark and dirty and murky. You're right, I hear what you're saying. But when that victim is there, it's too late when your daughter's already in hospital in A&E because some idiot, you know, as whatever. So if you didn't have that idiot outside there, then your daughter or your son, I'm sorry, wouldn't be in that state. I love you all and I hope no malice comes ever and no drugs ever enter your offspring and assets, bloodlines. But when that happens, if that man wasn't there and there was some control and honour, then, you know, you wouldn't have had this hardship and sorrow and common law loss, equitable, you know, asset damage. Your assets, you know, your daughters and your family are assets to you. So there is an amount of, until we can all be responsible and answer for ourselves and understand and get to that overstanding, inner standing, upper standing, everything. King standing is what I'd like to start saying for everybody. When I say king standing, that would mean everything. When you're the king, we don't need to go upper, middle, over, in, does my tits in. We're just king standing it. Are you in the king standing position? Yes, I am. Right, come with us. That's the code word from now on. I've now reached the king standing position. For you to say that, you must be dexterous with your everything, instruments, language, knowledge, interaction, love, sacrifice, you know, and what you have done, portfolios, evidences of trying to help. So that would start in the community as a trustee, and you build yourself up. You take USBs from us in the near future that we're going to be posting out. If you can't download or get to the .com, or you could technologically not as good as us indigos, light workers, crystals and rainbows, and we'll give you all the information on the USB. You take that, you scan it, plug it in and scan it, and then you use that, you know, and that's how it works. And you spread that about for free, and we get the change. And then when we're all up to that king standing position, what you're saying, because you're all mostly nearly at, you know, different levels, but you've got the intelligence, self-initiates, that's what I love. That's what we need. But there aren't, we're in the minority and we're classed as the crazies. By the crazies, imagine that. The crazies are calling the normal one crazies, and it's just horrible. Wow. Reading Big Pharma makes you sick, doesn't it? The cancer act in itself and what happens, and Food and Drug Administration, it's bullshit and it's bad for you, as the late great brother of the Carling clan said. I need to go and roll a fag, but I think the Wi-Fi might go. And this is a good chat. What time are we on? It's cricket, past cricket. 2:33 for me. Chop suey, that's when I'm, oh my days, that is that. I'm reading Peter Chop, CHOPSUIE. Wow, chop suey, chop suey. Thank you. I know what you mean, and I like it. What you've done there is broken it up on the syllables. Chop suey, chop suey. Well, chop's only got one syllable. And you've made a 3-syllable into a 4-syllable, but you've separated. Yeah, CH. Yeah, it's very nice. I'm so tired, guys. Just take me with a pinch of salt tonight. All right, everything, all in all. Oh yes, get yourself a blue laser. They go forever. Straight up. You want to see it going up? I'll have to do that. I was here for the laser quest, weren't we? Come on. What? Rotate screen. There's a lot of cats meowing, I know that. Chambers, I'm up to John Chambers. They legalised CBD here but raided small family shops because it might have trace THC in it. All right, come here then. Look at this. You've just reminded me. They're selling weed in tubs out here from Switzerland. But it's not... Oh, I'm in the restaurant. What am I doing? Whoops. Let's let you see where I'm going. But it's not got any THC in it. It's THC. It's not got any THC in it. It's got CBD 17%. And I got some. I know the shop owner, he did me a deal. It should have been €20. He gave it me for 5. Shh, don't tell everybody. I can't tell you what shop that was, but it's been in Greece 3 days. So I had a little burn of it. I don't mind telling you. It says it does anti-anxiety and this, that, and the other, and it's got 0 THC and it's got 17% CBD. Check this shit out. Look at this. It's an actual bud that's grown genetically. That's a worrying fact, and it's been altered and spliced, a bit like aspartame, where they got the E. coli, genetically modified it by 1 chromosome, and then made aspartame from E. coli, modified, feeding E. coli toxic waste, and it shits out aspartame. That's what we put in diet drinks and kids' drinks. Hey, look how clean I am. Very clean. Obsessed. The floor. Clean look tube. I know you like to look about and that, you love it. There's a weird animal out here. If you hear this one, stay away from it. It sounds like a rattlesnake, listen. It builds up and then it kind of pops. It's not a cricket. They're these little flat beetle-y, mothy things, and when it's hot, they make the world's most amount of noise ever. Let me go and get the tub. You stay here and listen to that animal. Just put it this way, and I'll get that tub. Put light on. Put big light on. Big outside light for the mosquitoes. Can you, Adam and Eve it? And just to prove it, it's still got what it should have been sold at, €20, right? Just like the pound, the £10 a gram. There's 2 grams in here. It says there 2G. Okay, lemon trump, Buddha. That's right. That's right. He says. Right, start from the beginning. Is that the beginning? THC ton. So you see, you can't, it's not gonna, you know, have to screenshot or something. Might have to screenshot. Let's get more light on it. This plastic chair snapped half 2 in the morning while I'm getting up to a big light to show you this. It'll be a hilarious YouTube moment. Shit I do for you. No, you still can't see it, there's too much glare. The company, there you go. It tells you there THC and it's got less than, it says ton. THC ton, it's all in Greek, so CBD 17% at the bottom is there, it's in the middle, very bad. But you go to, what website you go to? Hemp Power. So the website where this is done, it's supplied to Greece from www.hemppower.gr, and you can email info. Why am I advertising them? No, I'm not advertising them. Just look at their website if you're interested in what the bejesus is in there. They've been in the Greek shops 3 days. So what the governments and the this is why I bought to do this video. I didn't buy it because I'm desperate for this, because it's got no THC in it. It's not full spectrum, it's genetically modified, and I've had it about 5 days. There's 2 grams. Look how much is left. Look how much of this dirty little modified, genetically strained, ruined, beautiful mother god plant is left. This is how much is left there. That's what it's more or less 2 grams. I wouldn't smoke that if you paid me, but I bought it just to show you because you know, that's where it come from. Hemppower.com, Greece. 2 grams, 20 euros. Bum rape. Not good deal at all. What's in that? You could dry that. You could powder it up. I'm sorry about the lack of the camera and light, but yeah, it's not the most top quality. No crystal. Just ruined it, really. Basically, it's a crime, I'd say. But just for those that want CBD, then yeah, I'm never going to get it to zoom. If you just want CBD, there's other ways of getting it. But if you wanted to give up smoking weed, and you wanted to have the roll and everything, but without the THC, and wean yourself off it, then great, that'd do you lovely. But who's modified it, and what have they done to it? When you go to the website, it will tell you in English. When you go to hemppower.greece, or just search hemp power, it says it comes from Switzerland or Sweden. I think it's where's the Bank of International Settlements? It's wherever that is, Switzerland, because that's never had a bombing campaign on it, because that's where the monies are from the rich. So this is disgusting to me in many ways. The value, the amount, the tax on it, the fact it's genetically modified and we don't know what company has done what to it and what's in there, and oh yes, it's all for your best benefit, it's only for your health. Of course it is, of course it is. We can make legacy oil like right there, as in Greece. What? Thought I just got another big spider and I was about to cry. You can get some nice CBD full spectrum oil and shit like that and put that in the Rizzler. That's got everything in it, full spectrum. So that's some not CBD. If you had this and you'd never had weed before, and it was made with something like Stardog is the one, and you make some of that, that will mash you up. That was can be put into oils, and you could put that. See, that is the total opposite to that. So you've got the choice now in life, but you can separate from that the THC and you can just have the CBD. There are ways of doing things that we can do with trust, where we know it's a benefit. So that may in some you know, countries be of some, you know, use to ones that can dry it out. Or if he was giving up and he didn't want THC and you wanted to just have a smoke but get the feel of the smoke but not be a stoner anymore, and you wanted to lose the anxiety, then that's great. That could go into sweets. You could put that into jelly babies or some jelly babies. What a sick thing. I'm gonna eat a little jelly baby. Who made them up? On what planet? Wow. On what planet, in what man's mind, is it right to make a sweet that you eat as a baby? Even if it's a kid eating a kid, it's rather cannibalistic, isn't it? I don't know what's happening there. Camera effects, no thanks. Lost your comments. Read messages. Live chat. Something's happened when I dropped you. Go away. There we go. Your jelly babies, yeah, they just wouldn't make them. They're disgusting. But some sick man thought, yeah, I'll make babies and you can eat them and they'll be of jelly. But you could put that in it and you wouldn't need to smoke anymore. You could make a vape mix from it. And you can, yeah, you can look forward to some genetically modified, non-legacy rubbish coming your way very soon. So the ones that are thinking on the wavelength of this currently is legal, this currently would be classed as illegal because the government don't get their dirty little hands on it, and it's made by men in their private capacity with make compounds and can cure cancer, everybody. That's what they don't want you to have, that, because it cures the big C. It much like my psoriasis that's nearly done and on its way out, I'm happy to say. I'll be telling everybody I've cured that, everyone, and if I get in trouble for it, then so be it, even if it's a temporary cure, which is a remedy. So you have to be careful, you see. You can't just go around saying I've cured something until you've got these repeated results long term, safely and controlled with measurable results. So yes, you watch this space. That's another bonus of being in the private, so forth and so on. But that is a little bit good, but mostly bad. All right, and I'd like to see your comments on that. I'm not going to get arrested. I'm not going to get in trouble. It's actually from a shop in Greece 3 days ago. Some people would see, some mans would see that as progress, but no, it's not progress at all. It's not progress. There's all that stuff on there. I dread to think what that says. It's all Greek to me, literally. So yeah, that's it does a little symbol there. What are them two? One says do not smoke and one's got a picture of a baby, I think, in a circle. Oh, 18. One says 18 plus, that first one. This one says no smoking. If you've got a cigarette with a thing through it and a cloud of smoke coming out the end. The barcode traditionally has 666. Do you see how the end ones come down a bit, and that one in the middle? All barcodes contain the mark of the beast. All commercial products contain 3 sixes within their barcode, even if you don't physically see the 6. It's a product of Satan's world. I can prove it in many ways. It is not good, it's legal. We do law. That's law. That's legal. That gets you into trouble presently. That one doesn't. That will not cure cancer. Allegedly, we think, I believe, in my system, I believe that cures cancer. Rick Simpson believes that cures cancer. I posted a video on Facebook the other day. There's a point to all of this. I'm not just getting me big kahunas out for the sake of it while I'm in Greece. Now I've got to come back to the landmass and face the wrath of Khan, the wrath of... It's an old Star Trek film that wasn't a jibe at anybody of the darker skinned brotherhood. But the wrath of Khan being the wrath of the crown. Suck it. We've suffered. Outside cancer. Silver water. While we're talking drugs and elements and minerals, what the... Yes, back to the comments, and then it's got to be bedtime for me. I'm going to the bottom to get the recent ones, so if you're at the bottom of the pile, good. Good moon tonight. Easy Funkstar, I need to send you an email, I haven't forgot. Rick knows why. What are you saying, Peter? Totally different buzz when eaten to, more trippy in waves. It's so beautiful. Yes, it is. And if you eat it, it's easier to overdose, isn't it, Mister? Well, you can't overdose. Yes, when man overdoses on weed, what we call it is having a whitey. When paleface and Westerners are introduced to non-indigenous plants, because let's face it, the Dogon tribe and Cirrus and Cirrus B, cannabis, canna. Dog, but bi, two, so it's two dog. Like cannabis in Latin derivative translates into English as canna dog, and bis is two, twos, canna twos, dog twos. Cirrus B, Cirrus A, Cirrus B, around Cirrus is the two dog star. The Dogon tribe says that the reptilians come down from there. Back to the earlier comment by whoever with the reptilians, one of the many races that have allegedly come down here, and they gave the cannabis plant and information to man. The Dogon tribe recorded this, and Dogon backwards is no god, and God backwards is dog, dog star, canna, canine, avati, avati is basically father, and can is dog. So we've got the father dog over there in the nation of the Vatican, because it's its own separate nation, isn't it? And it's run by the father dog. And dog backwards is God. He's in the house of God, not done by accident. It's all perfect design. But eating it, yes, this star dog that's out there right now, it's got to be 50-60% THC in it if you do it right, and you get a good head on it, a good bud on it. Chew cannabis leaf on. Yes, if you have the leaves and you grow a male plant or a female plant, you can make tea. You can eat them. You can find the endocannabinoids. Okay, scribes out there that like to do your research and would like to know what the hell a plant can do like this that you're told is bad to cure and fix and relieve. Research Michael J. Back to the Future Man. Yes, what the hell are we doing here talking about this? Rick Simpson. It's out there. There are possible many non-carcinogenic remedies to fix and heal and relieve and put things into regression. On that video that I posted on the .com and Facebook, you've got a decorated war hero in a court saying to a judge, I was told by the doctors my daughter was going to die, and the doctor said, you take her home and she dies, or she can have radio and chemo, and we'll see how long she may live, but she will die. She'll live a bit longer. And they made an informed decision, and they went for chemo or radio. I think it was radio. Oh, chemo. I don't often hear of radiotherapy being given, to be fair, out of that. And she went into remission, and he started giving her some proteins and enzymes and amino acids made by a bloke, a Polish bloke, as it happens. I forget his name, he's very famous. And she was still in remission, and she went to see the doctors and whatnot, and they said very good, excellent, and we'll keep an eye on it. This is all summarised and maybe a bit wrong, but the general essence is there. And they stopped giving the daughter the Polish man's enzymes and amino acids and so forth, and when they had the next test, she'd got malignant spots of cancer in the brain again. So the doctor said, righto, what we need to do is more chemotherapy. And he went, whoa, sweet child of mine. He says, this Polish bloke over here has got some bang-on stuff that I believe in, and it seems to have done it last time. So I'm going to go and try that, and I'll get back to you, John. And he went, and doctor's like, oh no, preposterous. The British Medical Association and the Food and Drug Administration, they're heavily involved in this dirty little act, let me tell you. Claim made. I have no proof other than what's been put out there. This bloke's gone back to the Polish doctor. I wish I could remember his name. And he's, saying, look, we're going to have to crack on again. There's malignant cancer cells here. And he started to back up on the proteins and amino acids. And, it went into remission. She lived a long time, longer than she should have. And the poor man is stood in court. The poor father is stood there. And he's saying to this judge, he says, if I was informed correctly, he says, I wouldn't have gone down this route. He says, because our kids died with no cancer in the brain. She's died because the treatment she was given initially made her hair fall out. It burnt her that bad that when we changed the nappy, we had to wear gloves because her wee was that alive with the radioactivity. She was burnt, poor little sister, burnt from outside in by that treatment. She died with no cancer in her brain, Judge. He said, do you know why she died? Because the brain cells fell apart from the treatment. There is only one case, he claimed, in this case, where somebody has died with this condition without having the condition. He says, and that's our kid. He says, no, if you'd have told me in the first place, the pros and cons of all of this and what the options were, and I'd have been duly informed and not deceived, she'd be alive today. At that point I turned it off. I thought, I'm sharing this video, I haven't the strength to watch it now, neither the time nor the inclination. I've covered lots of this before. That's why we have oils already, and I've come out to meet some famalan to spread some of the medicine and give them a taste of things to come. Because in this Nazi type state here of what did I call it? That's an S, by the way, going back to the beginning. If you're still hanging on, that would be an S. Nobody put that. It's not a 3, it's not a W, it's not an M, but Hellas, Elas, E-L-L-A-S. And this lovely place here, they've got no chance of this, no chance. It's all going to have to be private, coming to England and getting it that way, or going to Canada, America, a bit like the suicides when you're properly knackered and you want to go down the death route, and you can't, tell the doctor, I want to exit, please. Oh no, we're honour bound to keep you alive. We're honour bound and duty bound. No, you can't get out of it. You can't go and do anything like that. You're going to have to live in pain. You haven't got a choice. We tell you, a bit like what happened in Alder. You don't have a choice, even as parents or your own body. So they go off and they do stuff, and they go and get to exit out the realm in another place, and then little old ladies start getting accused of murder and manslaughter. The dignitas, alright, search dignitas and you'll find out all what I'm on about. It makes us sad, but we'll get there, fam. We are going to get there. It's a sick idea for a sweet. It is a good idea for a sweet. Sick idea. You're right, jelly babies. Yes, but it's a good idea to put them inside of other non-baby type candies that don't contain dead animal gelatine, colourings and sugars that are drugs in those, asset sweets there. Oh, they're just sweets. Only formed in baby shapes. Sorry to pick on jelly babies. I'm not just going at Bassett's. Any jelly baby, whether it be the bow of Harry or the assets of Bass. Anybody. If you don't put gelatine in there, then great. But you still put a drug in there that's sugar, and you're still rotting teeth and making everybody fat. Here's another thing. Our government, the sugar tax is doing that well on the fizzy pop and the soft drinks. Do you know what the government have decided? They're going to put taxes on other things now, because it's done that well and it's creating that much revenue, and people have stopped buying less sugary drinks, so they're happy about that. But they're going to put tax on other things. Here's a point. Why don't they say, actually, you mother out there that are feeding us lot shit, why don't you start making it with less sugar, less cancerous additives, less cancerous packaging, stop raping the earth, don't put as much plastic in, think about what you're doing and crack on, yeah? Not, what we'll do is we'll keep supplying this shite. It isn't even fit for human consumption. It contains cancer and drugs. It's packaged in cancerous packaging. It's got synthesized chemicals and fuck knows what steroids and whey powder and milks and everything like that. This is why it bears the 666. It really is the mark of the beast. But an apple off the tree, I know it's a palm tree there, but a pineapple off that tree doesn't come with a 666 in it. It's organic. It should be organic. Comes to you and you process it well, so there's a lot there to be said about the government then saying what we'll do is we'll put further taxes on cream cakes and pop and this, that, the other, sugar tax and fat tax. And no, fat Tony's out there in your gangster worlds, tell them corporations to make shit properly, make food properly without no shit in it, without no cancer in it, without no excess sugar in it. And if they do, we fine them, we tax them, okay? Why? Help me. And we vote them in. We need them. We couldn't cope without them. We couldn't manage it, could we? Who will build the roads? Who will print the money? Going on a tangent here. I'm loving this hangout, and I'm so sorry we didn't get to the common law one with other brothers or have a chat about that. But que sera. 20 bags range from 1.6 to 2.2. Yeah, it's a street grade bottle of shit bud, basically. Yeah, 1.6 to 2.2. Excuse me, Menza, that is very, very concise, and that's cheered me up with your accuracy there. Excellent accuracy. good fame of seed bank. Well, not raid it. We ought to simply reclaim it. Notice them, who's who, what's what. But really, it's a big fight. 280 an ounce here, pie man. See what I mean? It's like scrap gold. It's £2 bought. You can go and try and sell some gold chains tomorrow. No, you can't because it's a Sunday. Monday, you can try it during the week. Maybe you can tomorrow. Go online. Go online. Yes, you can. I forgot. And yeah, but go into the high street and try and take some gold and say how much do you buy scrap gold at? It might be £3 a gram now. But £2, something like that it was a few years ago when I went in. I once stuck a diamond ring in. You know, I had broken up and engagement ring thrown at you and so forth. So I thought, well, I'm not giving it another woman, so I go and sell it. And yes, I went in, and what was said to me in Sheffield in a pawnbrokers on Healy was, yes, we'll give you X amount, which was not the 400 and whatever, 50 quid that I paid. It was about £16 for the gold, okay, for a £450 ring, and the carat of the diamond wasn't full, but it wasn't a quarter, and it was probably half, or I don't know now, but it was 450 from somebody Ammuels, you know, in the high street, and I took it back, and they offered me a few pounds, 16 quid for the gold, and as for the diamonds, says, oh, we don't buy diamonds. You what? We don't buy diamonds, we just buy the gold off you. I'm like, yeah, but it's got a diamond in it. Yeah, I know, but we don't buy the diamonds, we just buy the gold. So you want to give me £16 for a £450 ring, yeah? Yes. Okay, do I look like a crackhead? No. No, you don't. Well, I don't know. What does a crackhead look like? And I'm like, oh man, just let me take this in. And it says, is it the fact that I have to take the diamond out and you will buy the gold, or do you want all of the ring and you're going to give me £16 because you're only buying the gold and you're going to throw that diamond away? And she says, I'm not obliged to answer that. I just start giving you a price to buy the ring. We will only buy the gold. Jeez, look. Are you having G-Rod? I goes, all right, I'll try another shop. And I went uptown, because that was a local one in Sheffield, Sheffield 8. I went uptown, yes, I say uptown, they say downtown. I've lived up Sheffield many 25 years. Up Sheffield, though, I never say downtown. I'm not an American. I go uptown. When I lived in Rugby, we went uptown. When it was a hill, and we went up it. When I was little, and it really, in Sheffield, they always say, going downtown. Going downtown. You coming, Dave? Dave, you coming downtown? I'm going uptown. If you're going to town, let's go to town. Doesn't have to be up, doesn't have to be down. Let's call it two. We'll meet in the middle. No, it's downtown. What do you mean it's downtown? What do you mean you're only buying it? Is it just me? The gold. 5 more shops just wanted to buy the gold. I was like, wow. That's just a kick in the nuts, isn't it, really? That was 450 sheets, and there are desperate mans out there selling that gold with that diamond in. They're not throwing them in the bin. I doubt that. They're going to... Yes, desperation and sickness all around. We're up to 23, and I've got 9 thumbs up. What's happening? Thank you. Yeah, it is. Programming. Easy, Jones. Are you still with us, I see? Well said. Got my ex one because of this. Porn shops perpetuate porn though as well, and that sexualness, eh? You see now. Exploitation is what it is. Diamonds are for Heather. Diamonds are for Heather. Stop it. Oh, at least you're making me laugh, and hopefully I'm making you laugh. You like the blue laser. Turned into a bit more of a chat than a laser, hasn't it? Irish IB without a plant-based diet. Yeah, Stephen. I like that. Much love, Stephen, to your brother. Man, just mad price. Yeah, raw plant-based. Yes, fly. People believe docs. I don't get it. I know. I don't. Irish. It's diagnosis, yes, and the prognosis from a general practitioner. General, hello, Lord God, split title. General practitioner, split title there. I'm general. Yes, that's who I am. I'm in the army, and I'm a practitioner. You want to let an army man play games with your body? 4 gram, 425, 425 pence. You having a giraffe, mate? You having a babble, aren't you? You got to be in London paying that, or Tokyo, Hong Kong, China. 4 grams, 425 pounds. I see what you're saying, Peter. It's just clicked in. I'm tired. There are more curses than causes, cures and causes out there, but billions spent and they still use Agent Orange and its derivatives. Oh, yes, Stephen. Enough said. Yeah, true say, man. We just pay more to poison ourselves. Yeah, fast food, as I said. You are eating dead animals. The dead animals fed on crap, treat like shit, and then we go in there to poison ourselves on those. It's just a vicious circle of doom. I'd like to open up a nice Italian, Greek, Mediterranean place where we cook bread fresh with 5 ingredients, and we use things like water, flour, salt, not yeast necessarily, water, flour, salt, that's 3. Shit, I'm going to struggle here. Water, flour, salt. What else is in bread, Dave? Come on, it's not much. There isn't much to it. Flatbread, bosh, and they're done fresh. They smell great. They're instant. Brown flour, white flour. We'd use brown really, that would be better. Whole wheat, something like that. Tortillas, freshly done. Flatbread, pizza bases, dough, spinning it around, boiling the pasta, having it organic, wholesome, and fishy business, then pawn shops. Indi couldn't resist it, I'll say that. And I'd like to do that. We could cook cheap. You teach others to cook cheap, and healthy. So yes, plant-based is good. Yeah, no meat. We don't need meat. I'm not telling you not to eat meat, but you can go a long way. Very little. What would we do with all them toxic chemicals we can't dump if they can't put it on your food or in your water? Yes, Jerry, they'd have to pay to get rid of it, wouldn't they? Yeah, it's like you said toxic there. What about nuclear? When we have nuclear waste, how do they get rid of that? They put it in plutonium rocket heads and things, don't they? And we get rid of it that way. Very, very crazy and strange. It's about time I had a zigzag and then we went to bed. Half spoon of bicarb, half spoon of maybe syrup cures cancer. That's nice, interesting. So you've got your bicarb, which is your alkalinity there, and you've got your sugars. So what's happening there then is cancer feeds on what's happening there. I hypothesize, yes, that word, hypothesize that molasses, baking soda, honey, lemon, and whatever, you're bonding it together. So if you was to put honey and baking soda together, sweetness is what the cancer will go for. You've bonded and mixed it with, bound it, melted it, with the alkaline. It will eat the sugar, and then when it eats the sugar, the alkalinity that's connected to it on a molecular level, structurally, alchemic, here you go, will then internally cause them cells to rupture because the alkalinity it's got no defense for, and that's the key. As brother Josh X said some weeks ago, what did he say? He said eradicate. It would be good to eradicate jokes. No THC. It would be good to eradicate. Be good to give that to somebody if they was really gagging for a jingo and watch them just burn it all down and go, I still feel angry. Oh God. I just give up. I really do with the world we're in. I'm going to sit down and have a cigarette and carry on chatting. I'll keep rolling as long as I can keep a decent thread. There is 23 of you, so keep chatting, chat with yourselves, give me questions, and we'll carry on. The cancer, the cures, baking soda, molasses. Molasses is a sweeter thing, a sweet substance that's organic. It wasn't Rick Simpson I got that from. There was somebody else, bless them, years and years ago when YouTube was good, when YouTube recommended, used to give you shit you wanted to see. When there's no shitty anonymous going, oh yes, fear, look at this, be scared, oh no, Bitcoin, this, that, the other, paedophiles, rapists, flat earth, Tartaria, all the things to distract you from who you are and what you're doing, sex, drugs, aliens, UFOs, DARPA, HARP, CERN, Tartaria. They can't do it quick enough. They really can't. not enough out there to scare you if there isn't enough already. So cures for cancer, you have to have proof of your claim, okay? Anybody out there, that's why we're careful, and you know, we sometimes have to backtrack when we realise we're live and what we've said, because you can't delete what you've said, so you have to amend what you've said because we're live. Which is why most of you don't want to go live, because it's awkward and you get held accountable and it's recorded, whereas other channels delete videos, take them off. You know, so cancer, the Cancer Act, see that, United Kingdom, you know, Great Britain, Britannia, the Commonwealth. Have a look at your Cancer Act, and you can't go around allegedly in a legal realm purporting to cure cancer, but what you can do in law is say, Adam, pal, have a chat with us. We've got some great good family, great good loving family that can help you, and we'll help you for free. And if you happen to not have cancer anymore and live, you know, then that's great. That is fantastic. We will celebrate the life that is now here. And you want to give a donation or help anything out or pass anything on to us so we can help others in a private capacity overcome this bullshit realm of the big C, and you know, that's what we will be doing. And we'll do it, you know. That's what Josh has proposed, what he said he'd like to do, and help out with his diets, and he's done that with others. I know some have had some results. He's fed it back to me. You'll have to check his channel and Martin's and so forth for the updates, for the accurate information. But fertility allegedly has been restored. Things are happening in the body, in the realm of, and truly incredible, amazing things. So yeah, good on you, Tube. You know what I mean? Good on us. We'll take the risks. We'll put the fingers up to the legal system, and we'll put our balls on the line. I will put my balls on the line, Tube, you know, because the family is what counts, the health, the wealth. We can't watch others suffer and wither away, and no, having your rights ignored and being told you're a debtor is one thing, all right, but having your life taken away from you, such things where there may be cures, because it's economically and what's the word now, economically and organisationally not really great for them to tell you the truth, so they won't. When you find it out yourself and you've got real eyes to realise the real lies, you'll find out yourself. And that's what we do. That's why you're here now on a Saturday night and not out getting tanked up, sniffing that paedophile powder that we call cocaine, and you know, drinking alcohol and going through the general things here. So of what man does, respect to you. I need to find a pokey down tool. Can you guess what I'm doing? I need to find a pokey down tool, man. Life, it never ends with its wants. So yeah, I'm going to get to your Cancer Acts in a minute, to the 21. Thanks for sticking around and chatting. It is somewhat of an excellent Laser Quest hangout that's now turned into a random topic hangout. We'll carry on. It's all good fun. This is me giving to you, you see. You tell I'm tired, it's going well. So rather than end the cast, we will continue on. I'll go through the pain barrier. I give to you, you give to me. It's a two-way street, and I like the fact that I've got good, sensible, non-trill-like scribes that offer and help out and interact. So for that, we'll stay on. We stay on. Just bear with. And Sunday tomorrow, that day that they changed to fool you, the day of Sunday, and it was yesterday, is the Sabbath, the 7th day, in my opinion, just in my opinion, and some of yours is. Right, drink. If you come out here, I do recommend that you try it's not this brand, but a sour grape, sour cherry. You can't tell, it's Greek both sides. So, but this is a beautiful, hard to find drink in England. I believe it is pasteurised. I wouldn't be able to confirm that because it's all Greek again, but Ah, if you like cherry stuff, that is well strong cherry. And when you pour it out, it's probably sucralose, fructose, I don't know. I don't have it a lot, but that's like nectar to me. I had a lemon juice today, a can of lemon soda, as we call it, lemon pop. And it had no cancer causing, I've took a photo, I'm going to upload it to the .com. It had less than 10 ingredients. It's made here in Greece. No sucralose, sucrose, no aspartame, no phenylalanine, or however you say it, phenylalanine, nothing. Just had sugar, water, lemon oils, carbonate of something, carbonated soda, so carbon, dicarbon dioxide, and yeah, not much else. And I was like, Mum, this lemonade tastes excellent. And do you know why? Because there's no death in it. You can tell, your tongue says to you, lovely. Like this one, the Fanta over here, you know, I'm not a saint. I didn't pretend to be one. I drink and eat bad things still until I am able not to. And when you're in a hot country, water doesn't always cut it all the time. The Fanta is less orangey. It's got 33% fruit juice in it, and is very, very, very different to how we get it. When I've gone around this realm, other than medicine and things that we can perhaps cure things with, and tinctures and oils and processes and alchemic things that we can do, I've noticed that the food, the products are different. In Hungary, the Coca-Cola is disgusting. Anne-Marie will not drink Hungarian cola from many places, and you can only find good, decent cola in the, what do they call them now, Interspar and other places. They you know, they have tins. The tins are better than the bottles, and the bottles in Hungary, I don't know if it's the amount of sugar they put in or what, but they must swap sugar for more sucralose, fructose, or something. Again, it's in Magyar, so I can't read it. But it just tastes dirty. And there's a thing with Coca-Cola where they say, yes, you can go anywhere in the world, you know, despite its, you know, I'm not advertising this brand, it makes billions without any advertising needed. You know, it's the world's most popular drink for all the wrong reasons, you know, taking out the teeth of kids all around the world, just to start with. So Coca-Cola says, yeah, you can drink this anywhere and it will taste the same. You'll have the same standard, like a bit like what the fast food joints, you know, the franchises appear to claim, and yet it's not. It's all bullshit. It really is. And you go to different countries, like Magyar's quite poor, the economy, so they won't want to give them all that sugar, you know, and all that whatever. I'm only assuming here, but you go around and you think, well, why is it better there, or why is it less there, or why don't they have as much cancer, and why do we have to have all the shit with the cancer and the bullshit, you know? Why? How do they get it better? Why don't the United Arab Emirates do, you know, and this is just another thing with certain ingredients and lecithins and that. So when we talk the big C, and they say, oh, you shouldn't smoke, Dave, it's bad for you, you know, 5G, all the nuclear crap that's out there, the accidents, you know, the oil. I'm not trying to depress you. And you say, oh, you shouldn't do that, Dave. If you didn't do that, life would be boring, you know. I can't drink alcohol, I know that, I learn. I can't eat that, it give me cancer. So we make adjustments. But before long, there'd only be water left, and that's not pretty much, that's hard to find in a good clean source, I'd argue. So soon, you know, there'll be nothing pure, and everybody will be needing to go to the doctor or getting, I don't know what the word is now, Steve Austin'd up just to live. Cybernetic. Let's go outside, have some cigarette and a chat. Let's carry on, fam. For those of you that may have joined for a blue laser, you'll have to rewind. We've passed that bit. They are fun. Don't pay 80, 60 or whatever, you can get them for 30 something quid. Despite my smoking habits and what's the contents of whatever I may smoke, I don't want to blast it around the TV or make, you know, the TV, the box here, the rectangle, the grave tombstone and, you know, grave size reference screen. I don't want to make it a big deal of it, but at some point, some of us need to stand up and say, you know what, I smoked a bit of weed, didn't harm anybody, didn't steal off anything, didn't breach the public trust, didn't affect anybody, nobody knew, didn't even advertise it, you know. That's great, because alcohol fucks shit up. The stuff that the doctors prescribe may seem to make things better, but them side effects, they're planned. They could make stuff without that, you know, that long list there. I mean, some people have, what did it say on the news the other day? There are so many million people that take 8 tablets or more. I'm like, what do you mean 8 tablets or more? How many are they taking for one? Why do you need 8? What could possibly wrong with it? 1 million people, it's a lot of revenue, 8 or more. So it could be up to 15, 20, 30. What's the highest one? I had so many more questions. I just thought, they're not all, you know, sick patients, are they? They're become sick. You go in for something little, and then other things escalate, and before long you're in a bad way. And you was doing all right for 6 years, managing with it. As soon as you get it looked at, and it broke and this, that, the other, everything gets worse. Well, you've got one good bollock, and you go in for an operation, and they don't check, and they cut the good one off, and leave you with a bad. And after you've healed and come out, all that excruciating pain. Can you imagine, brothers? Sorry, sisters, I include you as much as I can, but this is just what came. And he woke up and then he found out they'd left the bad one in, and they've got to go back in and take that out. And you're going to have no nuts, no seed. You would have had one, but they're messed up. That's what happens. That's what happens when you trust, when you don't check. I'm going to the bottom again because you're all very fast for me and I can't cope. So chat with yourselves and I'm going to scan and pick out, alright? Your grape juice experiment was a good one. What? I missed that. Lee Redpath, yes. Anyone done the red wine test? E.T. wants his tea. Shut up, Pete. All atoms, quick scatter. Sound like Frank Gallagher. Scatter. Oh no, it's more than inside experts. Having a get together this summer, aren't we, Dave? We best be. We're trying our best for a AGM, an annual general meeting, or a conference or something. Yes, we are required to have 1 or 2 a year, and so yeah, I will be accommodating something. That is a given. We will be. I need locations and venues. Yeah, you can. That's good. Also, you're saying yes, I'd like to do that, but where, when? We got donated a field in Oxford last time, and we had a stealth fighter and bomber, other airplane bomber air show, which was quite nice. Big field, good gathering, lots of space. It was nice. So we'd like to do that. I've asked for some land to be donated rather than having a venue hire and stuff. So there has been some come along, and came on 8:30, who I haven't seen forever. Has anyone seen came on around in the last few months? I've got his email. As said, he's got a mate down there, but when somebody comes on, I don't know, came on 8:30. I did have an excellent chat with them, and yeah, I just thought I'll mention that. That's one place. There is some land and a venue. We'd like to do it over a few days, 2 or 3. And yeah, I think this year we might have about 50 to 70 if we could get the space. There's a lot of you with an interest. There's a lot of emails coming in, and we've got a lot to discuss. And technology as well as law, science, medicine, law. So we've got the animal kingdom, the plant kingdom, and the kingdom of man, basically, to have a chat with, including the science, technology on top. So there's probably 4 major topics there. And then you've got law, so that's 5. We're there a long time, so we need a few days, we need a big space, and I need you to email david@splspro.com so we can have that said get together. Help me to help you. Andy, I'll check up on him later on when I get back. He's had that news about his boss, so I'm leaving it there. We know what's going on. Let that, you know, time be a healer, so to speak, and see what's going on. Let the man have his space. Kev's on the mend, so if you are interacting with Kev, and Kev, I hope you are on the mend. I haven't spoken to you for a couple of days, and yeah, I'm doing what I'm doing, balancing and juggling, and that's it. So let me know, and we will rock it out. Chalk it out. Oopsie. Here is up or UP or UD. What's that? I don't know, Peter. Much bottled water. Yeah, why don't you distill, Irish? We should be distilling, but bottled, yeah, mineral and so forth is fine. You're a Pisces. I'm a Pisces. Dyslexia rules of chaos. Pisces, a Pisces. That was a good one, Jay. I like that. I like the Coca-Cola. I can't tell the difference. Yeah. Fly, why lie when you stand? You're a twist. What? Fly, why lie when you stand? What's the twist here? What's going on? Yes, Mad P, it's the greatest killer scam invented. It's bad reading it from the bottom up, but just I always do things the hard way. I don't wish to live long life. I only wish to have an honest, pure, and selfless one, and whatever and doubt, so be it. Yeah, that's good morals, but in this realm, they'll just get eaten up alive. Yeah, we all do. The ones that are like that. But I'd like a long, healthy life. Yeah, long as long as it's healthy. When it stops being healthy, then you need to address it. Yeah. Cancer research is the biggest scam ever. Yeah, well said, Mad. We sustained, Peter. I know. Stop it. Cancer cells that don't die and mutate. Yeah, cells prison. Cell battery. More dissonance there. Charge. We all know, but it hides the ferocity. God forbid you would hope to give hope to the hope. I even had a drunk. I'm not even drunk, or it's just pure tiredness. That was brilliant. I remember being recommended videos I was interested in. Yeah, do you remember them days? That's it. What's happened now? Because all of these advertisements and stuff, I was forced to put advertisements on here because if you don't, they don't even get recommended. Our types don't anyway. I've noticed a decline and a slowdown. So it's just jokes all round, corporate jokes. We need our own systems. We need the crypto kids and the next wave to come and have a chat. Come to an annual general conference, meeting, whatever, seminar, and we'll sort it out. Back at room. Bro had stage 4 induced 6 weeks. Solid doctors were fuming and eventually got hold of him and reversed the process. You know the rest. Ah, Jerry. For that, we'll say peace and love and sorry. That's the shit end of the stick, mate. What's the video saying? Slaughterhouses are often based on ley lines to cut the earth's resin. Oh, what? Oh, that really would give a... yes. Oh, wow. Not good. Adrenochrome. Is that what that says? It's tiny. My tiny eyes. And yes. Diamonds' value are based on scarcity, which the elite control through the pie man cuts to the chase. He does. Yeah, trauma, adrenaline. I see ya. I ain't normally as well. Oh, Stephen, well done for saying. I wasn't going to say anything, so respect and credit for sharing. I ain't normally well as so oh, did a shitload of research. Yes, I well done, brother. Much love for sharing that. General, no standards, practitioner. Yes. Always the best chat. Random, yes. Excellent. Pawn shops perpetuate misery, pestilence, sorrow, heartaches. You know how many times I took Technics decks into cash converters, and just because of the principle, I wasn't letting them have them, and I got them back every time. It must have been 8 times. I pawned them SL2 silver 1200s. Yeah, SL2 1200s Mark 2 Mark 2s 1200 silver SL, I can't even think of what they were now. SLB, I can't even think of the model, it's that long. Wow, I never thought this day would come. That means you're old, Dave. Wow. Technics SL2, 1200 Mark II, SL, come on. Fuck, I must have seen that a million times. SLB, SLR, SL, SL 1200s Mark II I'll go for, yeah. I must have pawned them 8 times at 400. Had boxes, lids, everything. All the little wheel in the middle, perfect, mint condition, and I kept getting them back. And I worked out too much money, too much money. It's easy to let them go, but it's the principle, you know. And you got them for your 21st birthday. Yeah, they did go eventually. They did have to go. Children, assets. If gold floats with frequency, yes. Gold isn't. Yeah, there's a lot of gold. There's a lot of diamonds. You a lot of diamonds. Diamonds are forever. I've never heard that before. That will stick in my head. Thank you for that. SL 1200 silver, SL 1210s. Ah, it was the 1200 1210s. SL, SLR, SLB. See, well done. Thank you, because that would have really annoyed me, Dazzy B. So, yes, too much money. Yes, John, thank you. Thank you, Albert, for the link. There's a link on Facebook that I'd like to put in here, which has got that surname.com on. I strongly advise that you go and have a look at your surname, which would be a family name, which would be a clan name. We're easier soldiers, but you know what I mean. Let me know on the next hangout what's going on. What someone said? What do you mean, men's a high there, Kevin? Is Kevin and Perry in the hairs? No way, easy. Wow, we're getting up in the ranking here again. Easy. How are we doing, Kev? Lots of hearts and fist bumps. He's doing good. I can see a smile. I can feel the smile that you're having right now, Kev. Connection. Wow, you've put me in a happy mood, you lot. Thank you. I had a cat today, put me in a happy mood. I was wearing. Look what's happened. There's been a tragedy. You know my new t-shirts, where is it? Take that one away, the snake one. And I got a red one somewhere, a nice red one. I got in here. Look who's in here. My favourite t-shirt, the tiger. That's bad, you can't even see it, but it's got coffee all over it. I went today with Mum, and a cat came and had a little chill with me. And I spilt my filter coffee on this cat, but I didn't know it from anywhere. Never seen it before. Sat with Mum having a chat, and it was on a really comfy sofa. And it came up, and I scratched it just between there and the mind's eye and give it a little ear tweak. And next thing, it jumped up. I was wearing my cat t-shirt, and the face was there, had the nose there, and Mum took some pictures. This ginger cat, tabby cat, sorry, came up and don't say that word. Causes offence. And its paws were right in the middle of that other tiger that I've got, and yeah, it was a good day. It was quite a magical day. Like I say, when you're talking about something and you're talking about family, and you're talking about lost ones, and um, things have passed, of ones that have passed. You get the chicken skin on the arm, and they go bolt upright, and you can see all your skin. That is amazing. That's when I and my mum and others think that there's a spirit present, or somebody's here. Or if you're not talking about them, and you suddenly get that ooh, and your hairs stand up, and that somebody's walked over my grave. But that cat cheered me up immensely. It was a great loving moment with a strange random pussy cat. And yeah, it caused me to stain my favourite new t-shirt. I cut the tag off. Look at this. This is how annoyed I am, because I can't show you. I can only cut the tag off. That's the string. That's the string from the tag today. It was brand new, and I ruined it. And I love that t-shirt. It reminds me of Sammy's super t-shirt. It's how sad I am. That's why I bought it. I'll be honest with you. I know what that's from. Shout to the Sammy Super t-shirt and the Australian Film Foundation fan club in the house. If you've never heard of the Australian Film Foundation, I think it was Australia, New Zealand. Yeah, Australian. They made some wacky films back in the day. I didn't find out what the red wine test was either. Talking about a revolution, Tracy Chapman, great good album. Fast car. What does Jerry Albert? If you go to Facebook on my profile, there's a link there. Not that you're the slave of the group or anything, but anybody, somebody, I will later. It stands for mad, mad stuff. I can't tell you. I need to have another handset for me to read it, and I want you in the meantime, not you, Albert. Albert. I like to split it up there. L Albert, Godbert, jokes. Just making you smile, fam. I love you, Al. You are a special soul. You really are, mate. And I do love you all. But Albert is a legend in his own right. Yes, he is. You go to the .com or the Facebook domain, my profile that mine managed there, and Sovereign Jeremita. You'll find a link for a website. You put the family name in, and I'd like you to review it and get me the key points. There's a lot that comes out for free. It's an excellent website. There is somebody called Amanda Jeremita, who's put down that Jeremita something silver spoon, and that we're not a silver spoon, but it's interesting. I've asked my mum the family history, and my sister was looking at it while she was out here with my mum the other month, and yes, it's very interesting. There's a lot there. And when you put your own clan name in, I dare say you'll get the same as what I've got there that I've posted on Facebook. So there's a mighty fine link to have a look at David. What's this? Facebook.com SPOs Pro 9p. I click that. Hey, we lost internet. 7 left. Wow. Hey, up to you, lucky 7. Lucky number 7. Maybe Greece has run out of internet. Indeed, Kev, it's very weak. Come back, Dave. I'm back. Shabba. No, it's the internet. It's cut out. I know if I click that link, that was synchronicity at its finest. What's this album you're speaking of? Much love to you. Red wine nano test. Oh, thank you. What do you mean red wine nano test? My mum drinks a shitload of red wine. I think it's mostly local made, Greece made in Cos, so it's not got as much nastiness in as supermarket sweet stuff. But oh, look at that. Sometimes I just throw stuff out there, Fly, that just comes to mind. It can be random. I know what you mean, Jerry. Kev does that. No, I do it. Sorry, Kev. Used up their minutes. Now I've got 60 gig. 60 gig, mate. And I keep getting apps closing and weird stuff going off again. Leave me alone. Hey, we've got some returners. Welcome back. It's a weak internet. What's that? Please, please, please make it happen, D. Yes, I'm trying my best, Fly. I will make it happen. We're obliged to. We have a duty to. And pleases and beggings and everything aside, it will happen. It's a done deal. I've got a house to paint when I go back. Got a private job that is a full house. What have they got? 11 rooms. 11 rooms, 350 square meters, and I think 12 doors. And they want the rooms doing that 350. I think that includes the ceilings, if I remember my sums rightly. So I've laser measured all the walls and yeah, worked out the surface area. Thank you, Smithy, for that little bit of mathematics help you gave me. And yeah, I might be doing that. And then once I've done that, there's no graft on really in Birmingham till when the mould starts coming back about August. So August, June, July, August, maybe September, July, August free. So we've still got August yet. So I'd say August time is looking mighty fine to meet up for our private annual general meeting, Fly and fam. August, we'll go mid to late August, September, October. September's not bad, is it still? So first bit. So yeah, mid August would be good. Can't remember the date of the last one, last year's. I just know it happened and it was good. There was not one incident. There was nothing bad happened. There was no accidents. There was no fighting. There was no anything. There was just getting on, respectfulness. Fair enough. We had the hog show and all of that that went off. We was extremely lucky and blessed with that. Brilliant. Yes, I did enjoy that, and it went down well, and we all had a brilliant time. And yeah, everybody left, I think, feeling better for meeting, fist bumping, hugging, mixing everything, and just getting, to do their own thing. Freedom. So it will happen. We'll get it sorted. Set something up, David, and rank locally for it. I can help. Yes, brother, we'll do that. Thank you, Albert. Reading notice of intent, understanding, and claim of right. That's all the stuff on the .com is for consideration. The pathway to the freedom of remedy of sorts would be new. What do I need to tell you there? That's important. Glad you said that, Al. No, things that you will need for the chancery. There are things you will need, all right, and the things that you need to do. I found out it's 528 for the booking with the Grand Master for half an hour. That's a short time, isn't it, to to get what you need done and remedy. So the notice of intent, understanding, and claim of right. Well, it's a claim of life. It's a claim of right. We've got rights. We can endorse rights, and we can insist on rights, and we can reserve rights. We've been misled intentionally, not by me, but I've just gathered everything up. I've trawled everywhere, and I've put it in a safe place. And I said, "Come on, fam, nice ones, loving ones, intelligent over here, away from the knives and the shooting and the public whatever, and we shall carry on." And we've done so, and yeah, we're there. We are there. I'm going to make a booking of a Grand Master. There's documents on the .com with the direct emails, phone numbers, departments, courts, places, and the claim of life is what it would be, and you would be rebutting the CQV, and you would be saying that you are no longer to be considered dead, lost, and abandoned at sea. You would be a distinguished man there in a private capacity. Now, how did you get a booking at the Chancery? Has anyone ever done that? Seen one of their forms? Does it say must use black ink and in block capitals? If so, don't touch that form. You don't do it that way. So we're almost there. When I say almost there, there's a few bits to do. There's a few little notices. Kev, don't worry, I'm going to sort them out. You get on the mend for healing. I've already started one, actually, disclosure, and I haven't done the land registry one to get the oh god, I'm so tired. What we're doing at the land registry, freedom, GDPR request for the land registry to get all the information on the person, not because I've got a mortgage, but I believe there might be a death certificate for the Mr. David at the age of 7 under the abandonment process of the CQV, because that's what happens at registration at 0, naught, nautical, that time, registration, Reggie, star, register, star, Reggie, crown, stir, give, to. So we have redrafted over the last year and a bit, and that's why nobody's rushed in. No one's come up and told me how to do it. No one said bish bash bosh. Others have asked for set amounts and fees, and I don't understand what's going on. If I don't understand, if I'm not in the king standing position, then I won't be doing it, because you got to trust. You got to have faith. Sister Elizabeth of the Nolson clan putting on the Facebook about being arrested and going to Athens. We buy any debt and kindness credits. What's about that? Any news for me? I haven't looked. Greece, I could go over and find out myself. I hear saying I'm here to see my mum and take a break, if that's all right. So it's all interesting what's going off, what's been, miscarriages of justice. I'm not saying Sister Elizabeth has done anything bad, but what I am saying is I don't understand what she does, how she does it, what's going off. I get the principle, and yeah, very, very weird. But back to the Chancery, notices, verbiage, language. I've redrafted everything again. That's because we've built the .com and we've made a resource library, and we've had chats, and others have come forward. We've sent emails, we've had telephone calls, and stuff's moved fast. Too fast in some respects. Others have turned up and continued on the work, and the 21 videos from Gemstone The 2 documents from Gemstone that we found and that we put on the .com and we brought to you, they were the cherries on the cake. Notices, packs, instruments, conveyances, language, statuses, standing, capacities. It's everybody's job, and it's come together nicely. So that notice and what's on the .com, you will see a disclaimer up above the resource library, and it does say all these notices, documents and whatever are for your consideration only. They are not all finished, and some of them, you know, blah blah blah, and they are just for examination and study. And yeah, some of them are bang on, and you can use them, and you can take bits from others and make new ones and all sorts. It's fantastic. You create your own, but there are strict pathways on some of them, and yeah, some have failed, some have worked, and some are in development. So as this is the biggest one ever, just know there's been a lot of backpedaling, no, a lot of reconsideration and notices, redrafting and re-looking at them and seeing if we've been completely as factual and articulate and concise and relevant as we need to be. And the Cest KV of 1666 clearly states, and the 1707 clearly states, and the courts down there are clearly for equitable remedy. Grand Masters, I wouldn't really give that title to them myself, but that's what they are in their realm, and that's what they are to be addressed as, and to be, you know, what, hello, yes, isn't it, rather. So just know that when I say that, you can't do anything other than go down and have a crack, can you? And if I fail, I'll be back crying, and if I don't, then I won't be out speaking on tube for a while, and it'll be private casting and into the .com. So I'll be in Greece saying, Mum, would you like an island? Are there any for sale? Which one did Johnny Depp buy now? Let's go and get the one next to him, and let me set up the biggest speaker system thing in the world, and I'll just kick out some boom boom boom, let me hear you say way-oh, way-oh, proper northern soul and that, everything just stupid. You'd have time to do what you wanted. Sort my mum out with tummy problems that she may have, and others out here that are suffering, and the ones that we've got suffering can do a lot. So it's a lot in the swing. And notices that we've been given and that I've collected, and the languages and the actual verbiage and the way that they're angled and the content that they contain. You know, we've basically been panning for gold. We've sifted through the world's most biggest pile of shit. Lawful, legal, constitutional, UCC, Admiralty, Maritime, Ecclesiastical, Insignificance, New Times Roman, bloody everything that we've gone through, and Hebrew, Sanskrit, Hegelian, and principles, sciences, realms. It's all relevant. And Smithy with the book, Jesus, the Messiah, the Saviour, the Lord God, the Most High, Yahweh, Enki, Enoch, Thoth, Isis. You know this picture of this statue of Mary and Jesus. Do you know that that used to be, speaking to my mum today on the bench with the vibrating of the chat, it used to be called Isis and Horus. Yes, Jupiter. You know, and all these renamings of things. It's very, very interesting. So we've looked at shit. And we've gone back again, and we've looked at it again, and we've had a chat, and we've gone back, and we've looked, and we've had a chat, and we keep learning new stuff. And every time you learn something new, or you correct something, you go, I'm not ready. This ain't right. And that's gone on for years. Unfortunately, now we have a mass of 5 of us that can see and know and feel, and we can't go anymore, and we can't mend anymore, and we can't go any less, and we know what's what. So, Albert and fam, get ready. We are on it. It is quite a task, and that's why we're doing publications and education. It takes a special mind, it takes a special set. It is quite hard because it involves thinking, intelligence, knowing yourself, losing the fear, standing up for yourself, putting your money where your mouth is, and it's a lot to do. And if you haven't gone out and had the experience and education, and you've been in worse other places, then that's what we're here to do. We hold hands, we stand shoulder to shoulder. You must know where we're coming from, and the ones that want to get on as self-initiates, you'll do well. You will do well. There's no failing with anybody. No one's going to fail. But yeah, we're going to end it there because I need the toilet, and yeah, I've gabbed a lot. It's been a great cast. I don't want to ruin it. It's still dark. I am going to try and get some kip. All is quiet, and yeah, nice hangout. We hanged out with ourselves, not a typical hangout that you're used to with guests, but common laws next. We're having that. That's getting put to bed. I see on Facebook I got a friend request from David Robinson. I want to know, should I or should I not answer that request? Man has made my shit itch more than one occasion. Bounces from left to right. I don't trust him. He's got a morbid attitude. Doesn't smile much. Doesn't seem very happy. He doesn't want to bend and flex. And I don't really know what's going off in the realm of things. So I stick to myself and the ones that we love and know. I'd like to branch out and come up to Scotland. That's a must. Touching back on that, that's no joke what's happening up there. Scottish fam, yeah, we love you, and I'd like to come up and set up camp. Lots to be doing. You need lots, we need lots. It's prioritisation, and Stephen's helping us with the PDFs and the content, and I'm taking a break for a bit, and I'm having my isolation, and I'm grounding myself, taking a breath, and yes, I have got about 30 different projects on, though, to be fair, if you want to be honest. And I have got about the similar amount of contact avenues and portals to check and things. So this is why we've changed and what we're doing. And yes, don't worry, all you will get whatever you require, and nobody will be left. And yeah, it's your own journey, it's your own pathway. Nobody can direct it and structure it as such, but there are basic elements of which would be a benefit if you knew them. I hear what you're saying. I do hear what you're saying. Right there, we put it out. I kind of miss Facebook, but it was wasting too much of my time. Yeah, it is. It's a sucker. You are working and not being paid. I was working and not being paid. I'm like, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. 8 hours every other day on Facebook. You know, it's nice. The phone battery, like Smithy said, your phone battery used to last 4 hours and then it were off, and you're like, get off Facebook, and it lasts all day. Time, energy, love, things like that. Facebook is not the realm. Facebook business, Facebook marketing, Facebook advertising, Facebook stealing, Facebook manipulating, Facebook filtering, Facebook propaganda. Fuck off. Can't be arsed with it. Rather just use it for advertising, and that's it. You get me on here, you get me on an email, you get me on a .com. I'm not hiding anywhere. I've just got a preference. Demons, Satan, and such things of agents of. You can't undo your sins ever. What you can do is recognise, and the time for probation is closing. If you haven't noticed, TikTok fam, TikTok. I'm really, you know, Baal worship, Hellboy. Anybody? Hellboy, did you see that? Egyptian Baal type thing where she killed his dad and cut off Ian McShane's head, and she brought out the inner devil within Hellboy because she wanted him by her side, the Queen of Blood or whatever it is. Ugh. You know, checkered Masonic floor, King Arthur involved in it, Britain. I'm like, you are really, you know, taking the mick. Thanks to all. Yes, Jerry, thank you. Thanks for the sharing. Thanks for the information, interaction, being patient. Thanks for returning. I've got 14 of you still. 14. 19% battery at 354. Good numbers to end. Much love. Ciao, Bello. See you soon. It's bedtime, everybody. Have a nice lie-in. Kiss your family. Love your family. Make sure you tell them. If you don't, why don't you? If you haven't got any, you've got us. No one's alone. We say love, peace, respect, light, and may the spirit come and say, hello, here's your chicken skin. Anybody gets that, let me know. Channeling, channelers. just got a shiver then. Peace and love. Ciao.